Now remember, the whole key here is to play to your strengths, not to try to be like somebody else or not to have somebody else try to be like you. That's what most salespeople want to do, is they want to emulate somebody else, or as a sales manager, you want them to all be like you. Don't do that. We talked about the pit bull, we talked about the poodle. Now some of you may fall into this third category, which is called the chihuahua. That's right, the chihuahua. These are the people that need to have all the facts, all the figures. They'll sit on the web all night long, researching, market researching, going website links and more websites, just looking up anything they can. The strength of the chihuahua is that they can provide what I call irrefutable evidence. They're great at market research, great at understanding what the market's doing, understand the latest and the greatest in all the trends. This is a very powerful selling tool if you're in a competitive market like technology or something like that, because they are able to stay on top of it because they love doing that kind of research. The only problem with chihuahuas is sometimes you guys get a little bit excited, so excited that you just start talking bits and bytes and technology, and the other people have no idea what you're talking about. So you need to tone it down a little bit, make it understandable. But if you're the chihuahua, the strength that you have is providing irrefutable evidence so that a person would feel silly or foolish not to buy from you because you've researched it so well and you understand their needs so well. So maybe you're a chihuahua. If you're not the chihuahua, the pit bull, or the poodle, perhaps you fall into the fourth category, which is our favorite, the golden retriever. That's right, the golden retriever. These are the people that will do anything for their customers. Rides to work, babysitting. They kind of, you know how the golden retriever is that dog that drops the stick or the tennis ball at your foot over and over again, just sits there waiting for you to throw it so they can go fetch, because they live to retrieve. They live to help other people. They live to serve. And there's some salespeople that's the way they are. They're sitting by the phone waiting for the customer to call because they operate off of a very, very, very powerful premise. It's called the law of reciprocity. And the law of reciprocity says if you give, you shall what? That's right, you shall receive. So they figure that by providing lots of value and service to someone else, that sooner or later they're going to be graced with a sale or graced with an order. Now that's true if, in fact, the retriever learns something from the pit bull, is that that's true, you shall receive if you're willing to what? That's right, if you're willing to ask. Because if you don't ask, the answer's already no. So golden retriever, we'll talk about it later, very powerful marketing strategy, love to serve, but if you're a retriever, you need to learn how to ask more often. Otherwise, what happens, you'll serve, and serve, hoping, and then what happens is some pit bull zooms in while you're hoping, they close the deal based on your education, and I know that you know what I'm talking about because we've all been there. So learn how to ask, but very, very powerful strategy. That's the retriever. Now, if you don't fall into any of those four categories, maybe you fall into this final fifth category, which is what I call the basset hound. That hush puppy look. That's right. They look you in the eye. They love you no matter what. They're on your side. They feel the same way you do. These are the people that build instant rapport. They really understand. They really feel the way you feel, and it's natural. It's not a put on. It's not a hoax. This is who they really are. They really do connect well. Now, they're great one-on-one. If you're a basset hound, you're great one-on-one behind closed doors. You don't like the flash of being in front of a room necessarily, on the golf course or behind closed doors. You're lethal over there. And the basset hound can do equally as much income. The problem with the basset hound is it's mostly one-on-one. So you have to learn how to get out there and make more calls, get yourself a personal assistant so you don't waste time doing other things. But basically the basset hound is just as powerful, makes just as much income as all the rest. Basset hounds don't necessarily dress really nice. They don't hang around with the poodles. But my experience is the key to all of this is what? Play to your strength. So take a moment for a second. Take about 10 seconds and figure out which breed are you.
Go to your workbook and complete this exercise. Once you've completed the exercise, hit the continue button to move on.